Hey, good morning, Facebook. Good morning, America's Will Gans, and I'm here with Chef David Burke. Thank you so much for having us here. So we are in the middle of GMA's Great American Christmas Cookie Search, and we figured we could borrow Santa's sleigh, come right up to the Upper East Side here in New York, make a quick stop at Tavern 62, and learn some Christmas cookie tricks from the master.
Okay, yeah, why not? Why not?
So
it is the time.
We're gonna get into some amazing cookies. I see we have like a peppermint mousse chocolate chip taco situation.
That's correct. Yeah.
And then we've got maple crisps.
Maple crisps, yep.
And I know our friend Orlando here is going to help us out with that as well. But before we dive into the Christmas cookies, because it is a little early, I'm going to let my body recognize that we're about to have dessert for breakfast. Talk to me about Tavern 62. This place is amazing.
Tavern 62 is on 62nd Street, Upper East Side. It's a tavern at the high level of a tavern. Very, very comfortable. The food is very good. I mean, it's a collection of dishes I've done over my 35 years of cooking in New York. You know, some high wire, some more rustic, very comfortable. But it's a neighborhood place in one of New York's greatest neighborhoods, or one of America's greatest neighborhoods on the Upper East Side. So we've got great pastry. Of course, we do a lot with meats and raw bar and such like that. But it's really the decor is cozy, very New York. It's in a townhouse. It's a throwback to the old days of the 21 Club and maybe what Ralph and what Polo Bar is doing. So we got old and new together, and we mix the food that way too. Classic American dishes that have been updated. So there's lightness to them, there's creativity, there's cleverness, and of course seasonality.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And speaking of creative and clever, the time has come. Let's jump into these Christmas cookies, and I'll let you take it away. Listen, you know a little bit more about throwing these dishes together than I do.
Well, these are from my two previous books. The chocolate chip taco. We wanted, chocolate chip cookies are very American.
Right.
But everybody loves tacos. And and this cookie allows you to actually stuff whatever you want in it. So it's a chocolate taco. So very simple. It's dry stuff. Orlando it's flour, it's sugar, it's cocoa, and then we just lightly mix butter. Now again, when you make the cookie batter, you know what's good about cookies? You make the mix and you can just roll it up and leave it, freeze it. So we blend all this in. Now we can use an electric beater, but something about Christmas cookies that are traditional, you don't use.
Do it the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way. So it takes a little longer, but
same way Grandma used to make them. Although I have to say, I don't think my Grandma Franny made too many chocolate tacos back then.
Yeah, yeah, sugar cookies, and then there's honey, egg whites.
Yeah.
And then basically go to town. So you got your mix. I mean, you forget. I work with Cuisinart quite a bit. The modern luxuries. There we go.
And listen, I'm happy to jump in if you need to jump to the next thing, whatever I need to do.
Here you go. That's
all
what
right.
I do. So you get to this will get to that.
Okay, so after this gets all mixed up, it winds up looking like that. All right.
Orlando's going to show you how to. So this is a little plug for Lobster Place. We buy lobsters from Lobster Place, and this is a little plexi. Your sour cream tub or yogurt tub. Save them. Cut out little stencils. Totally. There's a candy cane. It looks like a toboggan, whatever that is. And some circles. And this you can keep reusing. So you got your mix very close enough to this, right?
Close enough, getting there.
And then that's been chilled, and then here you go. And that's how the pros do it.
Aha. That's such a great trick.
Yep. Learned that in France. I had to do 700 a day for free. And that was in the first hour. So there you go. And then these get baked.
Throw a couple chocolate chips on there.
Well, again, you can throw anything on it. Coconut, And again, the batter, you could add other things like cinnamon, eggnog, rum.
Rum?
I knew that would get a response.
So you can kind of spice it up to whatever your family likes.
Once you got your base,
yeah,
you do what you like. And again, you can also make this is a non-stick pan. You can still do it on wax paper.
Sure.
But this doesn't rip. And then you can custom it. You can put your name on it.
Great.
You can make fortune tacos. Take a little piece of paper, write something on it, bake it with it.
Right.
So those will get baked. From there,
Mind your way. Here you go.
we come here.
All right.
Come out round. You can see how the roundness was, and then as they're warm, we just crimp them and let them. We put them right over something like this.
Yep.
Lay it right there to let it cool.
Amazing.
And that's it. And then we got the chocolate mousse, which is whipped cream. If you want the simple version, it's whipped cream and chocolate.
We'll take the simple version. Yeah.
And then you just pipe away.
Whipped cream and chocolate. Fill up the little taco shell.
And this whipped cream, we put peppermint extract.
Amazing.
And then we have some of this. I don't know what this stuff is, but it looks pretty. It's like green sugar, some type of gel. I think it's actually gelatin.
So even if you, might add a couple of extra ingredients that maybe shouldn't have been in there, as long as it looks pretty at the end, that's half the battle, right?
Looks pretty. There's also lots of this stuff out there. There's candies. You can grind up candy canes.
Oh, yeah.
Or even Tic Tacs. You can't get candy. Cinnamon Tic Tac works. But if you grind up some candy canes and use that at the last minute in the batter.
Totally.
Nutmeg is always another a good one. Peppermint for Christmas. And even cranberries. A little dop of cranberries on top of chocolate. Cranberries actually very good together. Chocolate and raspberries, but cranberries, if you have the sauce, save some sauce. You have it. Then you add a little bit more sugar and some booze, and you put that on there. Booze around the holidays.
I'm never leaving. Tavern 62 is where it's at. You're speaking my language now.
Try one.
I would love to. These look incredible. And it looks like, there's something fun, if you're...
A taco is always a little more fun than
exactly.
A butter cookie.
And if you've got, little kids helping out in the kitchen to decorate and to cut them into fun shapes, that's,
Well, yeah, and you could also roll these as cannolis, too. You could, just take the, when you cool it off, do it on the dowel of a wooden spoon.
This is fantastic. Incredible. I'm going to keep eating the whole thing because I don't want to put it down. That's amazing. So,
you need one.
That's it.
There you go.
You're gonna multi-talented
here they are.
cameraman. Okay, yeah. So this is them.
That's the ones we just made. Cook that quick.
Wow.
Faster than Julia Child.
Meryl Streep, if you're watching. So that's unbelievable.
So these are warm,
fresh out of the oven.
And where's that here? Take something like this. Just let it sit like that. It'll cool.
That is unbelievable.
Or even something like on the. So he's got them here.
Oh, there you go. Just put them in between, so just make sure they take their shape, their taco shape.
Even here. But if they're warm enough, you use your kids like this. They cool. They start setting up quite quickly. So there you have it.
I'm not just saying this because I'm standing right next to you, Chef David. This is one of the greatest cookies I've ever had.
Now, not only is the taco you have, but you can also take, not necessarily make the taco, and just do this.
The Tower of Power. Look at that. Just keep going and going.
Well, this is putting the Oreo to shame.
It sure is.
Huh?
Look at that.
That's
oh
good.
My God. And this is, kids would love making this with their
now,
parents.
especially, if you set and then you chill this up. And you make it fun. Make it fun, people get involved.
And that's what Christmas is.
And that's actually went from a cookie to a cookie dessert. Or you can use these in between ice cream. So do a chocolate chip ice cream. We got the ice cream, we got to put a little rum.
You do. There's never, yeah. Tis the season, right? Throw a little rum in there. This is amazing. So this is the The cookie taco, the Christmas
chocolate chip and peppermint taco.
taco.
Taco or Napoleon or chip which.
How incredible.
So we'll just put a couple of these in. Then we're going to go to the next one.
Let's do the next one. We've got maple crisps are next on the menu.
Nice job, Orlando. We need 500 of those tomorrow.
For me personally, and then 500 for the restaurant also. So that's amazing. And folks on Facebook, if you have any questions, I want to remind you that we are reading your comments, and if you have any great questions or tips or tricks that you want to share, let us know in the comments below, and we'll get to them as soon as we can. So that is the taco. Moving on next to the maple crisp, although I don't know how you're going to top that. That
maple
was really...
crisp. Here we go.
All right.
Same thing. Same.
Let me hop out of your way, Orlando.
So the maple crisp it's a similar cookie. These can be made very thin, but I made them a little thicker for Chris because I made these thin. Mm-hmm. These are really nice too because these are good snacking.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really a heavy cookie.
Right.
These, so we made the maple crisp. You can make that thin. We made them a little thicker because we wanted to use we wanted something a little more sturdy for the decoration.
Start with the same
Flour and
basic.
sugar. So basically start with sweet flour.
Yeah.
Just flour and sugar. And then you need some fat. We add butter for texture. And then this is the maple. And this is the egg whites. Again, if I had my Cuisinart, I'd be decorating more cookies. So.
So is that just
again,
maple syrup that you put in there?
Yep. And you know what? Some people put salt in their cookies. You can put a little salt.
Sure.
We didn't have it in the recipe, but there's enough salt.
Do you think that mixing the cookie this way makes it taste any different than if we were using a Cuisinart or anything like that?
No, I think Cuisinart's great. In fact, you get a better emulsion. Now, that's a great question. Pie dough, I think, is best by hand because you want little clumps of butter because that when it steams, that makes the flakes. Mm-hmm. So a pie dough, I think, by hand. Cookie dough, it depends. You want a smooth dough batter, use Cuisinart.
Yeah.
And that gives you. It's great for things like that where you want smoothness.
Sure.
But and you can still do a cake dough because I got the pulse buttons. But pie dough, you got to work with your hands in pie dough anyway, so you might as well get there.
Yeah. Right.
So this becomes now again the maple syrup. This could be made maple syrup, honey, molasses, all interactive. So if you want to make it a molasses cookie, you can do that too. So again, but for this, because this is a tight dough, machine would be better.
Gotcha.
So it's good.
Yeah.
And there's our dough. Now we do the same thing with the stencil or without. Here, this one sat overnight, so it's firmer.
All right.
You see how it's more emulsified?
Yep.
You'd never ask.
You get to burn a couple of extra calories, rolling out.
You know,
the
this
dough.
Tavern 62, where we are, it has two dining rooms upstairs, so we burn a lot of calories.
Running up and down, yeah.
And we do our own pies here. So
Really?
our desserts are very American. We have chocolate mousse sundae. He makes a beautiful coconut banana cream pie, pecan pie, apple tarts.
Jeez, something for everybody.
And of course, we have to show you our cheesecake lollipop cookie.
Wow.
That we hang from the mistletoe.
Only thing better.
Another good tip is you can always put your cookies. Huh? Oh, look what I did. He's a patient chef. They have more patience than regular chefs. So he freezes that, then you come out with this. Freeze it or chill it.
Wow.
And then he takes, now you can do, and you take some of this, and you just bake away. Now you've got these
Little Christmas characters.
little snowman.
Yeah. You got your different cutouts. You got your gingerbread man.
There's a boot.
A
You get the boot. So what? A stocking, not a boot.
Could be both.
Yeah. I used to use we used to come down and I'd see my dad's socks on the thing. I'm like, Mom, did the dryer break? What happened?
Spare no expense making the stockings that year.
And we won that one over after a couple of years. Like, come on. Are those used socks?
At least get some new, some new ones up there. That's fine. Dryer break.
All right, there you go. I'm handing it off. So you cut the cookies out.
It's like you've done this before, once or twice maybe.
Oh, here you go. And of course, cookie dough raw is very good for you.
Best part of making cookies, right?
Well, you get to eat it right away.
Yeah.
There's always a taste test.
Have to.
Well, here's a mitten. Another snowman.
Cut your shapes, you lay them out.
Cut your shapes, you lay them out. And then you bake. And this actually is fun because it's kind of easy, guys.
Look at that little elf, I think.
I can make a football team out of elves. Or play chess, make chess pieces. Edible chess pieces out of cookie dough would be fun. That way, if you lose, you still win. All right, bake away.
Stick them in the oven.
And don't throw this out.
No, that's
Save that for next year's Halloween.
So for folks who are watching who are going to be making these recipes, if you could offer like one overarching piece of advice when you're getting the kids into the kitchen and you're making your Christmas cookies, what's like the one thing to remember whenever you're making cookies this time of year?
When you're in a house, the traditional using spaces you don't use, organize the space, get plenty of paper, get all that stuff cut and out of the way, make sure butter's out at room temp, organize, get plenty of little containers, and then have a spot for mixing and a spot for chilling. Anything you can do ahead of time is very good. Interactive stuff for kids is good.
Yeah.
Give them some pot, even if this leftover stuff. Tell them to make small balls and bake them.
Yeah.
Get them creative, turn it into a math situation or a competitive thing. Melting chalk in the microwave is always good because they love to dip stuff.
Totally.
And also just melted chocolate on paper, little designs, and chill it. Then it comes right off and they made a garnish. Those type of things. The Christmas cookies. One of the things about Christmas cookies, if you're not a good decorator, which not all of them, I mean, some are better than others. It's about patience. Is packaging them. So once you bake them, through the course of the next few weeks, save a couple cool boxes that you wrap them in, so that you make your own cookie tin.
That's awesome.
That cookie tin could be made out of a cigar box. It could be made out of a tin of something else, or out of something that you make.
Totally.
And that's part of the package.
Yeah.
It could be not a shoebox, but something like make it cool. So when you put it on a table after with your coffee, with your meal, or for a snack, it's coming out of that temporary tin that you use it for your holidays.
That's great.
It's also you can give it away. And then once hanging in your house too long, you can be like,
all right, the time has come. Yeah.
there you go.
So go in with the battle plan, and then come up with a creative way to display them too, because I mean,
and also any leftover cookies make great leftover cookie pancakes. Just chop them up, put them in your pancake batter, and leftover cookie pancakes I'm a big fan of those.
My mind is blown. I just like wore my emotions right on my face.
You know, nobody wants to see red Christmas cookies January 4th.
No.
We want to see them
On the breakfast table.
yeah. Especially the maple cookies goes right into the pancake.
Always thinking.
Huh?
Always thinking. I love
Or
it.
you can dip it in your Bloody Mary. Whatever.
And we're back to alcohol. Oh man, this is the best.
You know, the drunken snowman.
A new cookie.
Yeah.
We'll be live on GMA tomorrow with the Drunken Snowman. That might be my nickname as we head deeper into December. I might be the Drunken Snowman. Oh man.
Well, they can't stagger.
Yeah, he's got no feet. He can't fall. Oh man. So these go into the oven, and then you pull
They're in
them
the
out.
oven for 14 minutes or so.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
And then you pull them out, and then you decorate.
And
well,
once you have
Orlando will be back, and we're going to decorate in a minute.
Oh, great. So whenever you're decorating, I see you have the cake back there.
Right.
Does it work just as well to use some of those store-bought, like like bottles that come out? You know?
Especially Christmas cookies. People, there's something about that stuff that's the right sweetness, which is overly sweet, that relates to Christmas.
Right.
Like, oh my God, that's sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not trying to balance anything with holiday cookies.
Yeah.
We know it's sweet and it's fatty, and that's what you do. And it's got all this food dye in it. You're not going to change that.
Right.
If we got to eat a kale diet Christmas cookie, I'm not celebrating.
No, not celebrating anything. That's more of a somber occasion in my book. Yeah, so good. So you go to the store, you can get. I mean, this stuff is like actually very pretty. It looks like
Pretty. I honestly don't know what it is, but it feels like gelatin.
tastes like something sweet.
Tastes. Oh, here they are.
There we go.
Yeah.
See, I got too
quiet.
excited.
Snowmen are very quiet in here.
I got too excited talking about the Drunken Snowman that I couldn't.
So,
yeah.
and where's my icing? Here's some.
Some red, some white. Yeah.
Good. Too busy talking about Bloody Marys here. So, here's a. Are you gonna get one? Your snowman.
All right.
My snowman. I don't know if yours is a Democrat or Republican, but that's.
We'll just check his Twitter account. We should find out pretty shortly. Here we go. Is there any rules when decorating the Christmas cookie?
Yeah, no gender. I never switch. So silent. It's like the Olympics. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay. 9.4.
Well, because I always feel like once you mess up, that's
Well, then
game over.
You got anyone you mess up, you got to eat right away.
so
Or
nobody
you went up to
sees.
feed you dinner. Yeah. That's right. But at the end of the day, the imperfect cookie is pretty good.
How cute. Oh, yeah, I gotta give some little extra pizzazz to mine.
And then there's also the busy chef method.
Which is? That's a good trick, too. And if anybody tries to complain, you just
You
tell
know
them.
what? It works. They charge extra.
Orlando
for that.
is back. Look at those. They turned out great. Oh my gosh, they smell so good.
Oh, they do look good. Now, as sloppy as this looks, still not bad.
I bet they taste good.
And that's okay. I had enough of this. I gotta go shopping.
And it still looks
nice.
Yeah, it does.
And that's pretty easy.
Easy peasy.
And if you want to fake out some of your guests, you can also put toothpaste on them.
That would not be great. But you're right, you know, it's like the one aunt that shows up every year.
Yeah.
You didn't really want her in
She
the
eats
first
too many
place.
cookies.
Yeah, give her a couple of the old toothpaste, turn over, and there you go. And this is cute too. I love what you did over here.
Yeah.
So,
So those we put on top of cupcakes.
yeah,
Just to make it, a more festive cupcake.
exactly.
And so you got that. And again, this is pretty easy. even if you just cut squares and did what we did with the icing, it still looks, again, it looks great. And if you put it in a little container or box, you got one of those square plates, you know, we used to bake the cake in?
Yeah.
It's all about packaging too, because when you go to homes, you usually get plates on cookies on a plate.
Right.
Put it in something cool.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it may be. Could be a shoebox if you got a big family.
Right. It adds a little element or small shoes. Can I try one of these?
Yeah.
This is gonna be too
Oh, these
hot.
are right out of the oven, right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
That is really good. And it's not too sweet.
No.
Ooh, that maple syrup tastes really good. I'm just gonna. I'm worried about my figure by the end of this season because this Christmas cookie search is more delicious than I ever anticipated.
The gym memberships.
January. Exactly. That's so cute.
So that hits the middle of the table.
Exactly. Find a cool bowl, a cute plate. I love the shoebox idea. Wrap it up like a Christmas present, like on the outside. It's amazing. This was so great.
Even the kids with the toys, they see you get a Tonka toy truck. Use the dump truck, put it on a table, put the cookies in the back, a little cloth.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, super cute. David Burke, thank
Good
you
to see
so
you.
much. This was fantastic.
AKA the Cookie Monster in Orlando.
The Cookie Monster Orlando. I don't know what that makes me, but I might be the Cookie Monster by the time I leave here. I'm just gonna
Help
take the
yourself,
whole plate and walk out. Tavern 62 just opened in October.
We're open 7 weeks now. We got lunch, happy hour, which we call tea time from 3 to 6.
Tea
Open
time,
for
I
brunch.
like it.
Tea time, we serve wine in teacups, so just so you know. But we have, it's really a happy hour where meets high tea. It's kind of nice, and we're open on Sunday brunches. So we're open on the holidays. We're open every holiday.
I heard, yeah, and you have a cool brunch thing happening on New Year's Day.
Yep.
There's going to be lots of fun prizes.
Oh yeah.
So folks,
We're giving away a chicken to every couple or every 2 people that has a fortune in it. So you start your New Year with dinner provided. You buy brunch. I give you dinner. I give you your first dinner to New Year.
That's
for the first 85 people that come, they get 160 people get a chicken for 2 to take home with trimmings, and inside that chicken is a big fortune that gets you back for a free drink, a cookbook, dinner for 2. So it's the Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
So it's our first year, and we're calling it our I forget what we're calling it. Our New Year's chicken. Fortune chicken.
Fortune chicken.
Yeah.
Either way, it's an amazing way to start 2017. So if you folks are in New York, or if you're visiting New York, you got to make a stop here. I'm telling you, I've only had 2 cookies, and I just can't wait to explore the rest of the menu. But I do want to encourage everybody who's watching, GMA's Great American Christmas Cookie Search continues into next week. So head to gma.com on Yahoo, submit your own recipes, the videos of you and your family making recipes, and I gotta say, if you want to attempt either of these, I didn't do any of the work, but it didn't seem that difficult, and the result was incredible. Orlando, Chef, thank you so much. We will see everybody tomorrow morning on GMA, where the Great American Christmas Cookie Search continues. See you guys then.
Thank you. Bye.